Okay, can you guys hear that with me over the top? It's quite backgroundy. Yeah. All right, so we'll start mobilization, and I want you to roll your shoulders. I'm going to bring them up to the ears, and I want you to squeeze your blades and then press down. So you're coming up, squeeze, and then press down. Again, coming up, squeeze, and down. And just close your eyes for a moment and just really get into the feel of that circling action, feeling what's going on in your shoulders. Are they a bit crunchy? Have you been wearing them around your ears today? So just get into the feel of that movement. Noticing your breath, not changing it, but just being aware of your breath. And then just relaxing your shoulders, your toes, lifting your heels, and then rock back into your heels. And just do that again, going forwards into your toes, and rock back into your heels. And do that again, forward to your toes, and back into your heels. And as you come forward into your toes, imagine someone sort of pulling you up by a string on the top of your head, lengthening your posture. And just do that lengthening action again, elongating up, like someone's lifting you by the ears. And do that one more time, elongating and dropping your tailbone down now. So your tailbone kind of hangs. We're going to take our feet just a little bit wider. And I want you to bend your knees so they're sort of bouncy. And let your tailbone hang down. Some Tai Chi twists now, looking behind you, keeping your pelvis still. So you're rotating from your midsection, just kind of loose and floppy, quite relaxed through the arms. And if you can do that one more time each way. And I'd like you to come and stand on the one leg so the other foot is hovered off the ground. We're going to reach on the diagonal, bringing our elbow to touch our knee. And then extending out and coming back in, rounding your back, slightly arching your back, and then rounding, tucking in. So you sort of go into a bit of a ball and then expand and contract. Breathing in and reaching. Hello, breathing out and rounding. One more time on this side. And we give that a go on the other side. So extending out and coming in and rounding into a ball. Inhaling and reaching. Exhaling and rounding. Sort of moving really quite slowly, almost like you've just landed on the moon. Two more. Inhaling, exhaling. So just deepening the breath. And then switching to your other leg, we're going to do some ankle circles, wrists circling at the same time. I want you to imagine that your foot is ticking through the numbers of a clock face. Try not to miss those numbers out, and then reverse. Reversing the wrists, spreading the fingers and toes, and then closing them as you point the toes down. And let's give that a go on the other side. Elongating the posture. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And reversing. Ticking through each of the numbers. body. So from here, we're going to come down onto our back. So if you can join me down on the mat. You know, I've got a boob tube on underneath here and it keeps falling down. Definitely don't have as much boobage anymore since Bertie. Such the milk bar dry. And breathe in and breathe out. Are you looking for online classes that support you with getting more me time? You want to get supple, strong, feel less stressed, get in the driving seat. But actually, perhaps you've noticed that following videos on YouTube isn't actually helping you commit. It's not like the teacher reaches out and says, correct your hips, bring your knee back, move your posture back. And this is the problem. So, of course, you can hit subscribe to get more from the Zigs YouTube channel. But let's face it, we're not going to send our children to a school without a teacher or a tutor. I mean, what's their life going to be like if they're going to learn in that way? So my name's Claire Louise Freeman. I'm the business owner of Zigs Exercise, and I like to encourage you to join me and my community online, where we get together via Zoom and we practice Pilates conditioning, yoga stretches, mobility. And the thing is, we get to actually talk through this stuff. We get to do it together. And to me, consistently doing it together is the thing that gives us much, much better results than if we're left flailing around in front of a video trying to do it all by ourselves. So if you'd like more information about joining me and others, please reach out, get in touch. You can work with us morning, evening, from the comfort of your own home. It's great because you get all the kit together at home, and it does help you to practice in between as well. So I'm offering a complimentary kickstart call. We can talk through what's getting in the way, you know, why it's not worked so far. And sometimes the hardest bit is actually just picking up the phone and talking it through. So brave pants on. I work with all sorts of people from various walks of life, different shapes and sizes. And often people who do work with me do it because they say that I do it in a very non-judgmental way. Of course, it's free to talk, so you can click the link in the description box below and we can get to know each other and see if we're a good fit. There's no pressure here. On the call, I'll listen in to, you know, what you need support with, what your personal needs are, and I can answer any of your questions about our online Pilates and yoga, where we do it together in community. Why wait? This stuff doesn't get any easier as we get older. We work with lots of busy parents, grandparents, business owners, NHS professionals, private school teachers, regular school teachers. So if that feels like you and you need that support and accountability on getting it done, that's the thing. If we've got the sessions booked in regularly, that means we're much more likely to show up. And it's that regularity that people are often missing. You know, they take time off during holidays. It's the commitment that gets the motivation. So why wait? Book in, give me a call, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I'm sure menopause has got something to do with it as well. Yippee. Okay, so we're going to bring our knees up, tuck, and then tap. Out and tuck, in and tap. We keep going with this version. We're going to take our arms wide, tuck, and then bring the knees to one side. And then tuck in the middle and bring the knees over to the other side. So tucking up to the middle, going to one side, and up to the middle, and over the other side. Try and lift your bottom off the floor. So as you do that tuck, get some lift from behind to really warm up into your core. Great for mobilizing our back, warming up our core. Pressing your shoulders down helps to just elongate those chest muscles. One more each way. Final one. Alrighty, and then from here, If you can place your feet down, bring your hands down, palms facing up. And I want you to tilt your pelvis under, squeezing your pelvic floor, bringing your knees up. I'm going to squeeze the buttocks from behind and then imprint bone by bone through the middle back and into your lower back. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhaling, re-squeezing the pelvic floor. Pushing upwards through your hips. Squeeze your knees a little. Inhaling at the top of the move and then exhaling on the way down. So just close your eyes and just focusing in on your breathing. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhaling on the curl up. Pushing up into the top of the bridge. Breathing in. And exhaling on the way down, bone by bone. On the next one, we're going to pause and hold at the top. So if you have a look at me now, as we come up and hold it here, I want you to try and keep your hips level as you float one knee off the ground. And you change sides, keeping that level through your hip. And then imprinting down bone by bone. Let's give that another go. So tucking from behind, hovering. Now for more advanced, if you want to, you can lengthen your leg up. And as the leg comes down, keep your hip up. So choose your level. Let's give that another go. Curling up. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling as we roll back down. I'm going to alternate the sides now. Breathe in at the bottom, out on the lift. We're going to do that through just once more. Alrighty, and then from here we're going to rock up using our hands just here under the knee. And we're going to take a yoga glute stretch. So if you can, park your right knee in like this for me. And I want you to wrap your elbow around the leg. So you're sort of squeezing. Now your back will try and round like this. I want you to flex the front foot and elongate your spine. And then this hand over here, you're going to turn your fingers away from you, but get your forearm to touch your back like that. So it's quite close in to your body. So see if you can get your forearm like this, actually touch the back of your body. That's it. And elongate your spine and turn and look behind you. And then let's release. And then we're going to bring that foot across the body like this. And we're going to do it again, squeezing in, pulling that knee close to the chest and really wrapping the elbow right the way around the knee. That's our level 2 option. And then release. Now here's our level 3 option. This front foot is going to bend underneath and you're going to use your heel as a little chair, kind of. So you're going to park your heel underneath, and now this elbow is going to go beyond the knee by the thigh and push the ground away. Just taking it that little bit further. A nice stretch of the glutes and the twisting around the pelvis. Breathe. And let's release off and give our legs a little shake out. So can we give that a go on the other side? So we have the left now in, we wrap the elbow, and then with this back arm we want to attach the forearm to the lower back like that and really elongate the spine as you rotate your shoulders. You're turning and looking behind the shoulder, flexing up through that front foot, almost like you're pushing the wall away with that front foot. Breathe. And let's release. Swap that leg over. We're going going to really pull that leg close in, wrap the elbow and tuck it tight to the chest. Pushing the ground away. Gaze looking behind. Breathe. And let's release. And then tougher version, this foot coming underneath. We hook your heel under your bottom, so use it like a little chair. And then we cross this elbow to the mid-thigh and push the ground away. Turning the eye gaze to look behind the shoulder. Pressing the elbow into the thigh, pushing the back hand into the ground. Breathe. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Alrighty, let's focus on doing some core. So if you can unravel the knotty legs and meet me down on the back with the fingertips here in the curve of the lower back. Can you draw your belly button muscle in? So you've got a bit of imprint to your hands, feet together, and we're going to slowly bring the knees up. Slowly tap the toes on the floor without going into overarch. Can you keep some pressure on your hands? Now to start with these, you might have your feet quite close in. As you get more core control, start to take your legs a bit further away, and then over time working towards a slightly straighter leg. It does take time to build these up. And you really slow it down just above the ground. That's where the magic happens. That's when I get the shake, so I'm right on the edge of my core. Keep pressing your shoulders back. Open your collarbones. And we do 2 more. Let's keep that going. So final one. And on your last one, if you can straighten your legs, point your toes, we're going to go into a full body arch back, thumbs to the floor, legs out towards the edges of the mat. Have star shape. I want you to close your eyes, breathe in so your belly fills up with air. And exhale out. And again, deep breath in, let your belly swell up. And exhaling out, let your belly empty. Use this as your breathing space time. Again, deep full breath. Alrighty, so from here we're going to bend our knee, bring our hand just underneath the back of the leg, and we're going to rock ourselves up. And I'd like you to do a little jump into our downward dog. So we're going to wriggle the feet away, press the heels down, lift the tailbone. Soften your shoulders, spread the fingers so there's gaps in between the fingers. Breathe into the belly. And again, deep breath in through the nose. And a long exhale out. And again, deep breath. We're going to take a walk with our feet towards our hands. We're just going to hang loose here for a second, catching hold of our elbows and then rocking around to the side and then around to the other side. It's really kind of hanging loose, nice and relaxed. Feeling that movement around the deeper lower back muscles. Alrighty, we're going to unfold as if we're rolling the spine up a wall. And then now's a good time to grab some water. If you've got a cold flannel, you might want to just towel off a little bit. Oh, that feels good. It's well on the back of the neck. Quickest way is to cool your body down. Feet hack. Some balance work now. Great for our proprioception around our ankles. Yeah. So I want you to come and stand on the one leg. And if you could, just bring your knee up towards your chest. You're going to draw your knee in, hold the balance. And I just want you to look at something still. And then release. Can you do the same on the other side? So knee coming up, elongating through your spine, looking at something still. So that's our level 1 option. Level 2, these 2 fingers, we're going to take around the big toe and pull in and out with the other arm just to counterbalance a little bit. Now, sometimes when we do single leg stuff, the hip sort of pops out. Try to keep pulled up and in with that hip. And let's release and give that a go on the other side. So either level 1 with the knee, level 2 hooking around the toes. A more advanced option over time, or exploring today, extending the leg and adding some movement to the side. Creak, hello hip. And let's give that a go on the other side. Okay, good job. So close your eyes, look at something steady. Extending if you want to, or staying with the bent leg. Adding a little movement to test balance. And we're going to do that one more time. Each way. Good job. So. And the last one on the other side. Alrighty, give your legs a shake. Well done. Let's come down onto the back for some more core. Actually, we're going to go seated now. The flip-flops on today. Too hot for shoes. Okay, so we're going to roll down, head touching the floor, eye gaze looking up to the ceiling, lift your chest. Level 1, level 2. We're going to do it with the arms up here by the ears. So we try and keep them there on the curl up, which makes it fairly challenging to lift. Aim for a smooth move. 3rd level, bringing in a stick. We're going to do what I call under over curls. And exhale on the lift. Inhaling on the roll down. And we do that 3 more times. Let's finish our final one. And as you complete, if you can interlock your fingers like this and then turn your palms outwards, little finger edge down, feet together, arching back. Close your eyes, Breathe, let your belly fill with air. And let your belly empty. And again, let your belly fill with air. And let your belly empty. Bending the leg, parking the hands underneath. We're going to use that leg to curl up. We're going to plant that one down on the floor. We're going to extend the other one back. Now we've got our opposite hand to our front foot. So the toes and fingers are lined up here. We're going to add some rotational movement. Common that we don't do any rotational movement if we're sat in a chair for quite a lot of our office day. So good to get some rotational movement in throughout our day. And here we're going to bring that hand down, place it next to the other one, and then we'll move the front foot to the back, and we're just going to hold a plank, pulling the shoulders down, eye gaze looking forwards, chest open, breathe. And then you can either sort of park this leg forward, or you might need to wriggle it along a bit, and then we'll do our rotational movement over the other way. Try and get your fingers and your toes lined up on that front foot and hand. Deep breath as you hold. And we get that top arm to sort of stack over the other arm, pulling the shoulder blades down away from our ears. So see if you can bring that top arm over a bit more. Doing well though, because I know this is your second whammy of the day. Fair play. So we're going to bring that top hand down, and then we'll take that front foot to the back again. So we go into our plank, and this time we're going to add a rock forwards and then back. Rock forwards and then back. Slightly hurty toe on this side of the screen today. Decided to kick the floor as you do in flip-flops. I'm sure we'll manage. First world problem. All right, last one. And then can you meet me in a child pose? So opening the knees, feet together. I'm going to elongate the arms forwards and let your forehead come down to the ground. Breathing into your belly. Just feeling the connection of your forehead on the ground. Spreading the palms out, spreading the fingers out, pressing downwards now through the palms, down through the fingers, quite firmly actually. About finger strength, almost like playing a piano. So you go from your thumb to your first finger and then work your way down to your little finger and then back the other way. It's like a scale on a piano. One end to the other, sort of oscillating effect. Do that a couple more times. Being grateful for that fine tuning of our fingers. And can you meet me in a downward dog? Coming up, holding, breathing. Now you can either stay with your basic dog today, or parking one foot in the middle. We're going to raise the other leg up. Now, can you see that foot behind you? If you have a glance up, top blocking view over here. And we're going to reach the toes up towards the ceiling. Can you reach your big toe now? Really through the ceiling. Feel your big toe. Extend and then coming back down. And then we're going to switch the leg. And let's give that a go on the other side. Coming up, where is that big toe getting to? Creaky hip again. Up we go, reaching your toes right into your big toe. Can you elongate into your big toe? Sending energy through the big toe. And then coming back down. We're going to take a walk with our hands towards our feet, folding ourselves in half, and then uncurling like we're rolling our spine up the wall. Alrighty, now's a good time for a drink. Are you as hot and sweaty as I am tonight? Imagine we're in Bali or Thailand or somewhere exotic like that, can't we? Yeah. Yes. Actually, Maz, who's with me in the studio, years ago, we went to India, and Batesy and Gaz and I were doing some yoga. Yeah, it was lovely, actually. Oh, toweling off. We actually got stuck in the ash cloud and made the most of it by going to a little haven in South Goa. Finally got home on a top deck of a BA flight. That was quite good, first class. Okay, let's come down onto our backs. Focus on some hamstring stretching down here now. So we're going to extend our right leg up in the air. And if you can take your opposite hand to your calf muscle and actually really point your toes quite firmly. So it's an active stretch as you now pull your leg towards you. And then this bottom leg, I want you to straighten down and then see if you can just nudge this one a bit closer to you, but really keep that extension happening. And you're now pointing down through both sets of toes. So that's our level 2 option. And then level 3, we're going to take this other hand and wrap that on the inner part of the leg. So we've now swapped hands. And we're going to move that foot down to touch the ground without rolling the hip too much. So your hip's going to try and go with you. Can you be the one in the driving seat of the hip? Just checking I'm not going to make Maz sniff my toes. There we are. Yeah, we're friends now. Okay, let's come back in and we're going to bend up through the other leg. So we take the opposite hand to the calf, reaching the toes and then extending down through the other leg. Now, can you nudge that top leg closer in? Pointing both sets of toes quite firmly. So you're reaching and extending. And then bringing your opposite hand, your other hand, I should say. So it's the same hand as the leg. Controlling as you come down. Can you keep your hips central? Get to sniff Maz's toes now. And then down we come. Can you touch the ground? Okay, and back in. Alrighty, so most of us are doing that. I'm going to do that again on the other side, just that final piece. But then the next version of this, notice where this arm now sweeps over around the back of the head. And that's actually going to take hold of this foot over here. So it's a little bit of a step up. Maybe one for another night. So let's give that a go on the other side. So we have that extension. Slowly lowering towards the ground. Again, the next level, this arm sweeps over the top of the head here, and then it comes around to grab the base of the foot. Let's release. And we're going to come up, taking hold of our feet. We've got hold of the bridges of the feet. We'll try and balance. Put the feet off the floor. You can put them down if you need to for first level. And we're going to roll into a wall. And then we'll switch the feet over. You roll. And then switch the feet over. We're adding balance. Switching. When you balance, can you elongate up through your posture? So you lift your chest and lengthen up through the crown of your head, like someone's lifting you by your ears at the top. Breathe out on the way back, in on the way up. Not often you get a chance to roll around the floor as an adult. Let's make the most of it. Couple more. And final one. Okay, and then we'll stay with the crisscross leg. And if you can lengthen your spine and bring your arms here by your ears. Spreading fingers, going wide with the hands. So the palms are now flat down, chin coming to the chest. Tucking your head right in, so your chin is literally on your chest. And then walk your fingers forwards. Just nudge them forwards and breathe. Palms pressing down slightly. And again, nudging the fingers forwards. Breathe. A little wriggle further forwards with the fingers. Breathe. Let's walk our hands back in. And then if you can crisscross, so we've got now the other one over the top. If that catches anyone's knees, you can also do it with your feet open wide. So shoulders, arms up here above your shoulders, and then hands again quite wide, chin in. And just notice where you feel the stretch. Nudging your fingers forwards to increase the stretch. Breathe. A little bit further. Breathe. Alrighty, let's walk our hands back in. Now you're going to need a stick next. We'll move into doing some Pilates side kicks. So great for strengthening the side of our core. Have another drink. Now's a good time. And feel free to towel off. Not everyone likes exercising in the heat, but I find the sweating strangely satisfying. There you go, that's me. Okay, so we're going to bring our stick against our head, our shoulders and our tailbone. Notice my upper body is back towards the back edge of the mat, but my feet are down here towards the front edge. So see if you can line up in the same way with your head, your shoulders, your tailbone attached to the stick. Oh, I like your pink shorts, Sue. Just spotted those, not seen those. All right, let's lift from the waistline. And if you can hover through your top leg. Now, can you keep your waistline lifted as you squeeze your bottom leg up? Flex your feet and come back down. Pointy toes. Can you keep elongating your lower back as you do it again? Your head on the stick. Working on your posture by just using the stick as feedback. Next level, we're going to squeeze and hold and then scissor. One forward, one backward, but keep the upper body nice and steady. So next level, lift both of the legs, scissor forward, scissor back, flex and down. Keep that lift in the waistline. Breathe. Keeping that lift in the waistline helps to strengthen and condition our deeper lower back muscles. Doing it regularly. We're just going to do that a couple more times through. So final one. Great for our inner thigh activation. Let's give that a go on the other side. Okay, so head, shoulders, tailbone against the stick. And again, lining up so the upper body's at the back of the mat, feet towards the front, getting that lift in the waistline. So we've got that gap there, hovering through the top leg. Breathe. Can we squeeze the legs but keep the waist lifted so that the knees, the ankles are together? We're going to flex our feet and then come back down. Let's give that another go. Hovering the top leg, squeezing that bottom leg up, Now, sometimes what we notice on these is that one side feels much tougher than the other, particularly if we've had an injury on one side. It can often show up on these. So if you notice that happens, it might be worth just practicing a little extra on that weaker side to try and build the stamina up. More advanced option, you can either stay with that version or go more advanced. We add that split with the leg, keeping the upper body steady. Breathe. Straight legs. You keep your head, your shoulders, your tailbone against the stick. Just going to do that through a couple more times. So, final one. And release off. Okay, let's move into a standing yoga triangle pose. So we're going to turn our feet out like this. So fully out on this side, angling in over this side, and then sliding the hand down the shin and going long with your top arm. Now, often the head will creep forwards, particularly when the muscle's tight, but try to bring your head back, eye gaze up towards your top hand. Breathing deeply. Pressing your shoulder blades down away from your ears. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more deep breath. Softening into the knee. So we're going to bend the knee and wriggle that back foot away as we switch now to our warrior pose. Notice if this knee sort of rolls in, try to press your knee back. So your knee, as you look at it from a side angle, sort of lines up with your smaller toe. Softening the shoulders. Eye gaze down the middle finger. Breathe. Let me straighten that leg and move back into our triangle pose, but this time bringing the arm over the top of the head, back by the ear, head back. Breathe. And then we're going to drop that hand down. We're going to turn our body so that we've now got our toes pointing forward. Now you might explore the stretch, you might go a bit further, you might be stretching enough as you are. Do what feels safe, doable, maybe slightly uncomfortable to explore it, and just push your bottom sort of back. So your body weight's in your heels. We're going to walk our hands back in towards the middle of our feet. Breathe. Our feet a little closer in. We're going to move to our triangle pose over on the other side. Elongating up through our top arm. And press your shoulders down. Breathe. Bending into the knee. Switching to our warrior pose, shoulders stacking above our hips, gazing off down the middle finger. Breathe. Straightening the bent leg, putting the hand onto the shin, and bringing this top arm over, so the arm is now by the ear, elongating through the fingers. And again, we're going to drop that hand down. So we go back down in towards the middle of the feet. I'm going to drop the head so we now have a look at the world from a different view. Push your heels outwards. Notice how it feels on the outer side as you push out towards your little toe edge. Lifting the arches of your feet. Breathe. let's take a walk in with our feet. And now's a good time to get some water. Have another drink, have another towel off. I think we're nearly there. Alrighty. Thirsty work tonight. Okay, so if you can join me down on your back, parking your hands, one on your belly and one in the middle of your chest. Closing your eyes. Just taking a moment to congratulate yourself. You've shown up, you've done it despite the heat. It would have been easy to have a barbecue tonight. So just take a little moment to an internal high five that you made the effort, you made the decision, and you did something to influence your mobility, your flexibility, your balance, your muscles, your bones, mental health. Tune into some calm energy instead of that busy day energy. Taking a moment to honor how that practice has that knock-on effect to people around you. To tune into your breathing. Feeling what's going on under the lower hand on top of your belly. Natural rising and falling. Placing both hands on top of your belly. To breathe more deeply into that hand, into both of your hands, so that your hands now rise up. To hold your breath just for a few seconds, and then do a long exhale. Keep blowing out until you can't blow out any more air. Do it again. Fill up, holding at the top of your breath, and then doing a long exhale until you can't blow out anymore. One more time. Fill up, holding, exhaling. Placing both hands now on your chest. Letting the breathing settle. Feeling for the more subtle beat of your heart. Relaxing into your heart. Sending good energy to your heart. Sending happy energy to your heart. Face to smile. You just smile with your eyes. Like really smile, big cheesy grin. And let your face muscles relax and soften. And do it again. Cheesy grin. Smile with your eyes. Almost like you're about to really giggle. And then relax the muscles in your face. Just do that one more time. Big grin, big smile. Smile with your eyes. Giggle face. And relax the muscles. You need to open your eyes. We're going to roll to our side. And when you feel ready, just coming up to seated position, peel yourself off the floor, hot and sweaty. So let's have a little check-in. Hope that's made a difference to your day. How are we feeling on the other side of the screen? How about you?